Hello, and welcome back to the Oaks on Farming Simulator 22. So this is episode number 3. We are just rolling back to the yard. We've just been up to the shop, and we have made a little bit of a change. Now we don't know how or when we're going to use this yet, but thanks to Mark Thor, we have a nice graphic fast baler. Now, because we've cut a load and sort of put it in and we've put it into the silage factory, we don't know when we're going to use this, as I said, but we've bought it nonetheless. So we sold our original one for £134,000. We bought this one for 61. We've also and we have also bought a sprayer to be able to do the fertilizer and herbicide. Now we are just going to fill this guy up. We had some fertilizer delivered by the co-op. Again, we're going to fill this up and then we're going to run to the house and we are going to sleep for the day and move on to the next day, and hopefully that will help some of our yield scores and things like that. So as I say, we shall run around to a farmhouse and move on to April after we've hit the gate. Okay, so we're now into April. We have moved ourselves on, so let's take a look at what's going on. So in terms of our fields, we go back to the growth. We've got nothing looks like it's really moved. We turn grass on as well. There we go, the grass is at stage 1, that's fine. In terms of precision, again, not a lot has moved, to be honest. We've got some pH, but we've done the pH in all fields, but they've not really moved. So we've got to wait for the fields to germinate, and hopefully that will adjust those scores, because then it will register for the crop that's in there. So I think the next thing to do really is to get on and do some fertilizing. So I'm going to work our way through these fields. That's one of them on the left there. And that's one on the right, which I completely missed the entrance to, I think. Yep. So we'll do this one here as we're here, and I think I'll stick this. I'll stick some of the fertilizing on a little bit of a time lapse, but we'll probably do that on one of the smaller fields. So I will see you when we're done. Okay, now we have finished off all of our fertilizing on our field, so we're going to run this back up to the yard and we shall give it a quick wash and put it away. Now while it's heading up there, nope, because we're already there, let's open the gate and we'll run it round to the washer. There we go. Right. I'll see you once this is done. Right. So just finishing off the tractor and the weight. That'll do. That'll be fine. Right. And we'll park this up in the shed. Now we need to work out what's next. So let's just park this guy up and we'll take a look at the map and see what's going to go, see what we're going to do. So in terms of precision farming then, none of the scores seem to have changed yet, but hopefully that changes. If not, it might have to wait until later in the year when we are once we've harvested and things like that. So, but the pH is good, nitrogen's good, yield we won't know until we start to cut again. So that's pretty much that. We've got 316,000 litres of silage and 316,000 litres of hay, but with obviously some still to come. Now I'm going to turn off, I was thinking of turning silage off, but actually one of the total mixed rations recipes in here is 2,000 grass, 2,000 hay and 2,000 silage for 4,000 TMR. So I think for now we'll turn that on. That can start producing us some TMR. Now, yeah, once we get straw and things like that, we'll add in that as the mixture, and if we can make our own mineral feed, we'll then move on to that, just to make it a bit more realistic. But I think the next thing, to be honest, is potentially see what we can find. Now, nothing's going to be ready in terms of harvesting, because of the time of year we're in. But I was thinking what we could do is to be able to use our baler. We might see if we can pick up a grass contract for somebody else. So they want it tedded, that's not what we want. They want silage bales. We could do that and just hire ourselves a trailer because we've got the rest of the equipment. That could be a little bit more money, help us with cows. Or field 89. Let's have a look at field 72. It's probably a little bit smaller. Where are we? Field 72. That's 72. There we go. That's not too bad. That's a decent size, I think. So I think I'll get everything together and we'll see you at the grass field once we've accepted the contract. So we'll see you there. Okay, So we are just pulling up on field 72. Our baler is already here. So now I realised earlier that I put a time lapse in when actually I said that I would put a I put a montage in, sorry, when I said I would put a time lapse in. So apologies for that. I think what we'll do, we'll time lapse the grass cutting and the baling, and then when we're picking the bales up, we'll come back and join you. So we'll get going on this, and we'll see you all when it's all done. Right, so we have been and collected a few bales. Now unfortunately I can only collect 5 at a time, so I'm going to run this to the sell point. I'm going to sell them off, and I'll bring you back in when we are pretty much completing the contract, so you can have a look. Okay, so we have made our way down. We are just going to roll round into the bale cell area, which is just the other side of that hedge there. We shall have a look and see what we can do in terms of how much these 5 bales are going to complete the contract. Here we go. Roll it round. Now we are going to have to roll round here like this, because we've got one of these trailers that I can't reverse. Let's turn this guy around. Oh, hang on. Where's it gone? There it is. There we go, so 34%. Now, I will go get the rest of the bales, and I'll see you back down here when we're selling them.